Anton Gilmore, and we're going to be asking him questions about Ubuntu. What do you understand by the term Ubuntu?
It's an African thing, and Ubuntu is a community and doing things where it's trading, it's bartering, but the community getting behind things and helping each other.
Okay, and what does Ubuntu mean to you personally?
So for me personally, it would be helping people where I can, and if I've got something and I'm able to help people, then I'm willing to share it and reach out and touch people's lives and hopefully lift them up. And I'll give you examples of what we do later.
In what way is Ubuntu part of your lived reality?
So I've got two elements that stand out. We've got Fight with Insight here at our gym in the south, and we've got 3 in Hillbrow. And basically we train kids, mahala, another African term. We train kids for free, just to give them an opportunity to rise up in life and to learn skills about how to live life, how to interact with people, also working on their mental health, to make sure that they can cope with the stresses of life.
Okay, and were you personally brought up in a community that valued the principles of Ubuntu?
So, funny enough, I was put in a foster home when I was 4 years old because my parents were dysfunctional. So the neighbors down the street who were in a church group were asked by my sister to adopt us, and that's Ubuntu. And they reached out and they took us in and they looked after me for 7 years. So yes, definitely. And then my sister, funny enough, adopted me when I was 11 years old, and that was just her also paying back to the Ubuntu system, you know, so definitely.
Okay. What do you think about the community you currently live in here? How do you see it, and what do you think of it?
So our community, this is Rosettenville, and it's a low income area bordering on a middle and a high income area. And typically, so the area is pretty run down. So we get the kids together, like I was talking to you about earlier, and we clean the streets to help the whole area look better. If the area looks better, everybody feels better. So you want to raise people's spirits and things like that, and not everybody is living in a dump. Absolutely, so that's the one thing that we do. And then, you know, with the boxing, it's taking them up and down to tournaments and giving them an opportunity. Like Paul stayed in 2 back rooms with 9 family members here in Rosettenville, and through us training him and taking him to the world stage and having 47 odd fights together, we were able to provide for him to become successful so he could provide for his family. So all of them got jobs and whatever through this Ubuntu system, because it wasn't just me, it was my friends Raymond and Studio 88 that all got behind Paul. But so I have a sphere of influence and I'm pretty well respected in society, and I'm able to use that sphere of influence to help impact other people's life in a positive way.
Okay, and do you believe that in this community here, Ubuntu is fully realized?
I know Africans help each other, but we have a cultural thing. So you've got Congolese and you've got South Africans and you've got Malawians and Zimbabweans and things like that. I think at the grassroots level, where it's man on man meeting each other, there is Ubuntu. But when it comes down to faction fights and tribes and countries and things like that, I think people tend to divide. But when you get a person that meets another person, irrespective of their culture, and they get on with each other, then Ubuntu is realized. But we have to get past this thing of borders and nationalities and all that jazz, and just realize we're all one community.
Okay, and if you had to reimagine an aspect of your community through the lens of Ubuntu, what would our community look like in that aspect?
I'll tell you, our community is very helpful, but people don't know how to help. So we've got this gym and people say, oh, is that what you do? Let us know if we can help. So people are always willing to help. I've also got a feeding scheme where we feed 300 meals every Wednesday, and we've done 120,000 meals in the last 8 years. And this has been running throughout COVID, throughout holidays, you name it. And we've got kids into schools, and we've put them through clinics and things like that, making sure that they have the AIDS testing and whatever, and making sure that they're healthy. But that is provided by our friends and the sphere of influence that we have through Jeff Ellis and the boxing people and whatever. So I do see it on a daily basis where people actually get behind these things, and people are givers. They're natural. They want to be givers because there's a generosity element that's in everybody's thing, and it's actually one of the elements of standing up in society is to become generous. So I do see it on a daily basis, and the fact that I'm here and I train Sully and a lot of guys, Mahala, because I'm just trying to give them an opportunity, and I have skills I can hand over to a person. So yeah, I see Ubuntu in my life every day, and I've received a lot from people. I've also received Ubuntu, you know, and my son's got health issues and whatever, and through my friends and whatever, they managed to raise 400,000 rand for the existence of my son's life. So yeah, Ubuntu has definitely existed in my life.
Okay, and then our last question is, do you think Ubuntu is used as an excuse for abuse or mistreatment of people or a group of people?
Look, there's the definition of Ubuntu, and if that was applied, then there wouldn't be an abuse. But I suppose when you've got powers and principalities in charge of things, Ubuntu can be manipulated. Anything in society can be manipulated, you know what I'm saying? So in terms of, and I don't know that dark side, but I do know of people that have charity funds and what have you, and they absorb the cash, and it doesn't go to the end users, and they don't build the houses that they say they're going to do and things like that. So look, I have seen the, what's the word, the theft and whatever in the country, but at a